What's up, y'all? It's Daniel, your Shoemmelier, and fans of the channel will know that as of August 1st, I decided to take a little bit more responsibility in the overall health and wellness of my lifestyle. No, I'm not going to turn into a musclehead, and this channel isn't going to turn into a workout channel or a performance review channel where all I do is run miles and miles in sneakers. That's not going to happen. This is still going to be a sneaker channel, still primarily, overly primarily a lifestyle sneaker channel, but I'm excited because I can now start to offer a limited performance perspective when it comes to shoes that are specifically meant for running. Yes, I realize a lot of the shoes I have back there are meant for running, are meant for basketball, are meant for soccer, etc. And I'm not really utilizing them at their optimal potential or their intended potential. But now that I'm actually adding some sort of cardio and fitness and workout procedure to every day of my life, I thought, let's talk about shoes and bring an entirely different point of view to the channel. I already did this earlier last week by reviewing the Hoka One Clifton, and I took that out for a few days of running. And yesterday I went and ran in a different pair of shoes, an asics shoe that is meant for road running, which is what I do down here in Austin. I just run around my neighborhood on the roads, which is dark black gravel. And then I come back and then I take a look at the shoe, clean it up, and now we can talk a little bit about it. So today we're going to talk about the asics Tokyo METARACER. As mentioned, the asics METARACER Tokyo is meant for road surface running and has a 9mm heel drop, which I assume means something to those of you who seriously run. It weighs 6.7 ounces or 190 grams, and the support is considered neutral and the cushion is considered regular. The shoe has a flight foam midsole technology, and there is a carbon 4-foot plate that gives structure to the curved sole. The wet grip outsole is made from a special blend of organic and non-organic components designed to enhance traction even on wet surfaces. And the multi-directional engineered mesh upper improves ventilation and stability. This shoe is meant for people that tend to underpronate or have neutral pronation. Pronation is a part of the natural movement of the human body and refers to the way your foot rolls inward for impact distribution upon landing. If you underpronate, typically the outer side of the heel hits the ground at an increased angle with little or no formal pronation, causing a large transmission of shock through the lower leg. Where neutral pronation, the foot lands on the outside of the heel, then rolls inward to absorb shock and support body weight. This sunrise red colorway is meant to symbolize and celebrate the city of Tokyo and the country of Japan. This upper is really thin, is meant to maximize the airflow that can go through your shoe. You can see the perforations here on the toe box area, and those perforations can be found pretty much throughout the shoe, on the side of the shoe, on the back heel part of the shoe. This shoe breathes really well. I ran last night about 10 p.m. Here in Austin. It was still in the mid, maybe upper 80s, and my feet didn't sweat any more than a normal day, so I think that worked out pretty well. And it's such a light shoe. I don't know how 6.7 ounces compares to other running shoes, but it feels super light. And this tongue, which is my least favorite part, not because of the tongue, but because, and I'm not sure if you can see it, it has the tag right there. That tag kind of was brushing up against the top of my feet, so I'm probably gonna cut those off. But the tongue is super thin, like you rarely feel it. You don't even know it's there, except for me because the tag was bothering me on there. But it's such a super light shoe. The laces are thin, flat laces, and I used all the holes on there, as you can see, so that it's not too terribly long, but it did provide a nice lockdown on the top of my shoe and the top of my foot so that the shoe really didn't feel like it was going anywhere as I was running. Asics also says that this shoe has drainage ports, so if you step in a puddle or it's raining or anything like that, or maybe you pee down your leg and it goes into your shoe, I don't know. Everyone is different when they run, right? It allows the water to seep out. I'm assuming it's sort of the perforations that are like on the bottom here on the side, but I could be wrong. There could be more on the bottom. But regardless, it says it gets rid of liquid that gets into your foot, so try it out sometime. And asics used this guide sole technology on the toe of the foot that when you combine it with the carbon plate and the flight foam, it's actually supposed to propel you forward, sort of giving you an energy boost, trademark, that helps you increase your running. I guess it makes you faster, more efficient. I don't really know. Again, I'm sort of an amateur runner at this, so I don't speak from any any point of view of being an expert. I just do it for cardio purposes, and then I work out every other day on that kind of stuff. But as I mentioned, it's super light, it's really comfortable. The sock liner is not terribly thick, but it's thick enough in the back. I didn't feel any rub. I didn't feel like it gave me a blister or anything like that. It felt just fine. It was a really, really comfortable shoe. And when I compare it to the Hoka One Clifton, this one has a little bit more bounce. It has a little bit more squishiness to it. And honestly, I kind of like that. However, I will say that I felt less of the road in my feet. Some people I have heard like to have that road feel. They want to feel it, so they don't want as much squish or bounce over that thing. I was actually fine with this. I prefer this to the Clifton. The Clifton felt a little harder, which is fine, and it actually feels a little heavier in it very well. Maybe it has that extra back end that sticks out in the back of the shoe, but for my purposes, for my delicate feet and my delicate legs, I really, really preferred this shoe and this technology, this flight foam technology with a carbon plate and whatnot, over the Clifton technology that Hoka One was using. When it comes to fit, I'm normally a size 9 across the board, which is what I ordered here in this ASICS METARACER Tokyo. And while I thought initially it might be too small, it actually fit just fine. I have heard most serious runners have shoes that they order a half size bigger because their feet swell and all that stuff. I don't run enough to have my feet swell even more. So a size 9 was just right for me. I have a normal size foot, definitely not wide, maybe closer to a narrower foot, but honestly the size 9 felt just fine. It breathed just fine. I didn't feel any rub, any blisters or anything like that. And I am a size 9 across the board in most ASICs, so I would suggest that whatever size you feel comfortable with in ASICs, maybe that's the size you go with when it comes to the METARACER Tokyo. And as mentioned with comfort, it does have a squishiness to it that I really like. Some would say it's close to the React, it's close to the Boost technology, and it is. It has that carbon plate that adds a little bit more energy return. It's not quite as bouncy as squishy as React or Boost, but honestly, I think a lot of runners, from what I understand, a lot of my friends, they don't like that anyway. So maybe this is just enough to give them what they need, but not too much where they don't really like it. And it's such a cool looking colorway that if I wasn't running and I was only going to wear it for lifestyle purposes, I would totally rock this shoe. It's a really, really bright orange. The pictures do not do it justice. It's like a solar orange colorway, and the midsole is definitely closer to more of a cream beigeish colorway. You combine that with the black, and it's a really eye-popping shoe that I again would totally rock from lifestyle purposes, and honestly I might do the same thing here, but I'm also going to wear these shoes for their intended purposes of actually running. The ASICS METARACER Tokyo retails for $200 US American dollars, and right now the sizing is really limited on the ASICS website. They have a size 8, a 10.5, an 11.5, and 13 in men's on the website. So what do you guys think about this ASICS METARACER Tokyo, the colorway, the style, the fit, the look? Do any of you out there have experience running in this shoe? And what do you think about it? What do you think about the flight foam technology, all that stuff? Again, this whole working out thing really opens up a whole avenue of conversation that we can have from a lifestyle perspective, from a performance perspective. It's awesome. It's awesome. I can wear this shoe going to the movies. I can wear this shoe running around the block. It could really work for anything. I'm curious to hear what you guys think from a lifestyle point of view, and any of you amateur runners to more professional runners, like, what do you think about ASICS? What do you think about all this technology? Let us all know in the comment section down below. And to all of you out there, wherever you are, thanks for watching. Stay tuned and just chill. Till the next episode.